Oh,
Sure,
this looks like we got Galpers. Keep calm and chive on, eh? I'll tell you, keep calm and keep watching the Onion. It is the grand final.
Oh, this is the moment we've been waiting for literally weeks on end.
I know. I can't wait to be done with this shit. Let's just see what we got here. We have Apex Dominus against all odds, against all scheduling conflicts that those fuckers have. We are here.
We're really happy to have them on board here for the finals. Glad they could be bothered to show up.
As wonderful news. Tswift squad, those poor guys, they've been sitting there in that winner spot for far too long. Still waiting for a couple guys to get in here. This is the grand finals. Everybody, it's been a wonderful run. I'd like to remind everybody that if Apex Dominus does pull off the win here on the first set, we will be resetting the bracket and running it back immediately for the actual grand finals. And it does look like everybody's here, including Edgar Allan Poe, who may be the ringer this entire tournament.
Edgar Allan Poe might just take this tournament by the balls and say, I'm here.
And I am just informed Scott Quinn, the in fact leader. Jesse, sorry, that ain't happening. This game is going right now. And we are in the grand finals of the iRBL League inaugural tournament. This is taking way too goddamn long.
Sponsored by the Chevy Colorado. I butt-fucked your mom in one. Here we go.
I drive one of those.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
We're off. The pretty nice first touch there. Envy looking for an early shot against tonight. Ravengill goes in for seconds from that buffet and misses on that shot. Gets coming around, keeping calm, chiving on, and stationary object with a good defensive maneuver there. Call him a stalwart, General Lee Stonewall, whatever you want to call him. I'll just call him anytime I want.
Hey, I'll call him. I'll say he was a little bit late for that Norwegian seconds on the buffet. You know, when I was on Norwegian, I had burgers really whenever I wanted. I don't know if that can be said for this guy.
You can fill your locker whenever you want on Norwegian Cruise Lines. Not a title sponsor. We just highly recommend you use them in the very near future. Ravengill's going to do one bounce, a shuck and a jive, and it looks like he had a plate full of fried okra and chitlins because he just got running out of there. But he did make a nice stop there in goal. Very nice save.
Hey, and as I sit here trying to copy a Twitch link, but, you know, hey, what can you do? Color commentary doesn't always have to pay attention.
I absolutely had to stop for a second because I had to fend off an incoming burp. As the ball gets thrown out to the side there and back down to the Oranges area, we're looking like Ravengill's going to try to open up the scoring early. Goes, this is I'm not scared anyway! The first goal of the finals! Give it to Edgar Allan 1-0. It's 1-0, and hey, I'll tell you what,
Nobody saw that coming. They're showing right now, I don't know if they've seen a single goal going against them the entire goddamn tournament, but, you know, we can check old Challenge here. I can double check that stat right quick. Call me Mike Sullivan.
Nobody saw that coming.
No one saw it coming there, but
their dick out, ready to implant.
Well, when your penis is out, a lot of things can happen in today's day and age. But as always, we recommend getting partial consent before continue with any sexual congress.
Hey, a wonderful
As
stat.
The ball comes around.
I have a stat for you. I'd like to cut you off. There's a stat. Tswift throughout the entirety of this tournament has allowed 4 goals. 3 of them have come from Apex Dominus, who we are now seeing right now. And they've allowed another one. That's 5 goals. This team is very
5
good.
5 goals in this entire tournament, Tommy.
Yes.
Well, the ball gets squirted down towards the next goal. He goes just behind. We're going to keep calling the chive on, though. It is okay as the Honey Mustard Bandit just is wildly flailing his car around with 0 car control.
Well, what's your favorite brand of honey mustard?
Well, my favorite brand of honey mustard would have to be French's. When I think about honey mustard, I like to think about French's. And truly vice versa. When I think about French's, I think about their delicious honey mustard offerings.
I tend to think
you really think so when you think about French's, you think about mustard.
Hey, you know, as your sideline chief pick-through engineer, when you talk about honey mustard, it always comes to mind that you think about ranch, and I know earlier today we talked about Jet's ranch, and hey, if you put Jet's ranch into your intake manifold, sometimes you can really get, an extra 5 horsepower out of that little car. Back to the Flanagan of French honey mustard.
Hidden Valley horsepower, we certainly like that, Jeff, as the ball's going to come back down to the orange goal. Immediately back through the neutral zone. This game is going by pretty quick with just 1:40 on the ticker. Hopefully we've all got more than 1:40 in our own personal tickers, a.k.a. our hearts. This is Honey Mustard Bandit and Worlds collide there with, I believe that was Envy, and the ball just getting fluffed and quaffed around there. We've got it down the corner boards there. Looks like KCCO is going to see you right on out of there as Ravengill denies them again.
I wonder how many Keep Calm and Chivon shirts he owns. Oh my goodness!
With a fantastic maneuver in the goal. Ravengill does an excellent job there on the second chance block. Still can't quite get the ball out of their own zone. With 1 minute left, the orange team's looking to tie this up. Envy's going to say, well, we don't want you to. We're just going to move it right on down the bench. Looks like the orange team's getting a little bit desperate here. They're just driving around all willy-nilly. It's been a while since they've played. I hope they put a little bit of WD-40 in their joints to shake off some of this rust.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, one of our prospective viewers, Richard Lee, needs a link for this is the grand finals. He doesn't know the link yet. I had just provided it to him. Sorry about that. As we are hitting the 30-second mark down to 25.
Richard Lee. I'll handle Richard Lee. I'll handle it.
Now he's been handled.
Richard Lee, keeping our streets safe one thug at a time. We appreciate what you do for us, Rich. As KCCO goes up there for just a really piss-poor attempt at what I thought was a shot. Ball goes just high on the second chance. The ball leaks out in front of the net. Oh, my God! Oh, my God! The game on!
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I thought we may have had the wrong team going for the goal here, but the attack otter proved me wrong. We're going 1-1. 3 seconds left. It's going to take a miracle of God's Christ, the blood of Christ. That's good church wine. Let's get down.
When you think about the blood of Christ, you think about the blood as something that we don't really even know if they exist or not. But we're just going to go ahead and let that one be as we're coming into overtime.
Hey, shout out to Morgan Bogart. He is a great purveyor of blood. We do know about that.
Overtime. First goal wins and the last goal chins. As we're coming down here, we got Ravengill looking to get the ball out of the blue zone. Tack Otter wants to keep it in. He's going to pass it off to Honey Mustard. Honey Mustard puts it out in front of the net, just like you should put Honey Mustard out in front of your next cooking event. We got Keep It Calm or Chiving On. It's also good to have some chives and onions ready if you're going to put a little flavor in your burger as that ball comes through down the neutral zone. The object that is instantiated went ahead for a nice shot. Does get aptly denied as the Honey Mustard Bandit, call him the French assassin, is going to go in there and, well, he's just going to get his shot blocked too. Envy's going to bring the ball down, take matters in his own hands. We have a drag race and a demolition in midcourt.
And the instantiated object, captain of the blue team, was taken out perhaps in a very untimely fashion. Honey Mustard Bandit looking to drive this one in right now. He's deflected off there to the side.
Let it be known that in overtime there is no time limit. We will go until someone scores. Can't say my vocal cords are going to agree with that one tomorrow, but hey, we're just doing our jobs. Oh, we got a little bit of a battle going on down there. The corner of the ball is going to leak out to the neutral zone, going to come down to the other board and then across the orange's face. There we got a bit of an attack mounted by blue. Is going to get denied by the Honey Mustard. We're going to get a nice demolition there. Boy, I just love a good demolition.
I sure do. And you take a look there, Honey Mustard denied it. He paid for it dearly with his life. Thankfully, we've got Honey Mustard Bandit 2 to replace the play.
Yeah, we're pretty happy about that. Thank Christ that we have that available to us. Wow, well, that was one of the best. That was a 360 McTwist double action front side heel flip in the aerial there to get that ball out of the zone. Oh, my goodness. And the Bandit wraps her up. Game
Honey
one
Bandit
goes to French's Mustard. We had to play an extra minute 52 to get through this one.
We sure did. And I'll tell you what, call him Bucky Lassick with the McTwist. He did a fantastic job, which, hey, I'd like to throw out the next shout-out here to one of our sponsors. That is actually going to be Psionics, creators of Rocket League, who I believe could be watching this match. Hopefully there's not enough autism there to justify this viewing.
Well, one can only hope. We also hope that it looks like everybody's ready. It all comes down to this. If the orange team wins, they win it all. If the blue team wins, we'll go to another game. And if the blue team happens to win that, we're just going to roll it back. They're coming up in the losers bracket, which means they do indeed have to win twice.
They do. It's just like classic Evo 2016 standards. If you're not familiar, get with familiar. It's fun.
The standards are there. 5 minutes around the clock, and here we go. Envy opens the game up with a great first touch that went straight backwards. I don't think that's preferred nomenclature, but they're going to work on it. Ravengild's going to kick one out. It's going to come down to the neutral boards. KCCO kicks it out in front of his own goal, and the ball does go just wide with not a lot of help out there to try to get the ball wrangled up. As the KCCO goes ahead, puts a shot on goal, and does go off the right crossbar there. Envy's trying to get her cleaned up. Ravengild's like, well, I can egg around and pull my way out of this. We're just going to kick it right out down there. Envy's going to take it down on his own. He's going to squeeze a shot off. He's just blocked there. No one there on the second chance. Ravengild's going to keep it in the offensive zone. He's going to play it off the boards, kick it out in front of his goal. He's going to look for some help, but he's only going to see 3 men of the Orange Persuasion. And with a shot, it just goes wide. Wide open goal. What an opportunity missed by this blue team here. They were showing a lot of promise earlier, Tom. We're looking to see them maybe pull off the surprise upset.
No, I'll tell you what there, Chad. He had that one lined up. It was, in fact, me at the dish, but he just, we were just talking about that hot knife through butter. It's just a little too hot this time. The butter fell right off it, right onto the counter. He didn't even get it onto the bread. You're going to throw that butter away and get out a new slice.
Envy went ahead and bubbled up that aerial attack, and he had to circle back and call for a scrum meeting later on. We're just going to circle back on the calendar. We're going to come back. The ball's going to come right on front of that blue goal. The object tries to get it out. He does the meeting of the minds, as they like to say, happens, but the ball's going to come dribbling down towards the wide open orange net. He gets taken care of, swept away, some might say, by KCCO. The object of which is insatiated is going to kick it on, but it's going to get blocked there by the orange team. They're going to come down mounting a full metal jacket type assault towards this blue goal. They really want to end this game. They want to win.
Yeah, but look at Ravengeld. Tell him what to do. Tell him, hey, Raven, I'd like you to be goalie. And he says, all right, I'll be Krasowski. Hey, tell him to be an attacking forward. Hey, I'm Paveldatsu. It doesn't matter. Tell him whatever you want. It's going to happen. Ravengeld is all over this shit. He's the only reason that this team is where they are right now. Not to take away from being instantiated, but Ravengeld is the shit.
Yeah, Ravengeld certainly is the team. He's the MVP in my book, no matter what happens here. It's 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the old clock, and we still are scoreless. Game 2 of the finals. I'd rather be Rocket League and tournament.
And hey, I'd rather be doing anything else. And I'm ready to get this over with.
I'm ready to get it over with, too, so maybe we can get a challenge of the Elders in, a little game of destiny there, as the ball's going to come up the side. Looks like Envy's going to try to keep it going down towards the orange net. They'd really like to get one in here to put the pressure on the orange team to score a couple of goals to force their hand, as they say, Tom. But it looks like, we got got blocked by Ravengeld. Fantastic block.
An absolutely crucial play to keep them alive in this series.
You got to keep them alive, and you got to thrive. Arrive alive, and you're going to thrive.
Breck, what do you got on that play?
Well, I mean, clearly Ravengeld is standing out here and blocking the best that he can. T-Swift's dick coming in with the asshole. We're blocking it fairly well so far, and we'll see if he can continue to block the asshole and penetrate in the ass.
Thanks. Wonderful insight. You can see he's put a manhole over that cover, and here we are.
Of course, there's nothing wrong with a little male ass play. There's something called the prostate. It's about 3 inches in. You just make a little captain hook-like sign with your finger, and you might discover a whole new world of pleasure. As Envy takes it down towards the Orange's offensive zone, they're looking to get a goal, but they do get denied really quick. The ball gets shot back with quite the velocity, but it does get blocked again. Very solid defensive efforts by both teams, as we are still scoreless with a minute to go.
Yeah, I'd like to throw a special shout-out here, especially in this crazy play, to the wonderful cameraman of Rocket League, whoever they hired as Psionics to get this camera just manned. I mean, I'll tell you what, he did a lot better than I ever could. I love this guy.
With 45 seconds left, the Orange team's looking to really get the pressure going here with They really want to score. They really want to win, too. They said, we've been on the bench for about 9 weeks.